coldest hand that run down this land where the ocean lands. It's the tallest sound, the damn smallest crowd, but their hearts break loud. Far from ever feeling lost with me, I'll push you back towards the land and sea. They're going down for love, and love is free. Stick with me and I will guarantee you're never lost among the crowd with me. Never lost among the crowd with me. Everywhere you go I'll be. Anywhere you go I'll see. You're never lost among the crowd with me.
Another Saturday afternoon and finally another match day. The Stags are back in action after 3 weeks out and travel on the road again. This time into the capital where they face Sporting Bengal United, who in December we picked up our only game which didn't end with 3 points, in which a game where 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 came off the bench back from injury to score a last-minute equaliser. As we mention every game, every warm-up has to be good, and this one was really good. The Stags were up for it, and after not being in action for 3 weeks, it would really test how good of a side they were this season. And after the warm-ups and a few high fives from myself, the Stags were out against the Tigers of Sporting Bengal United in the capital. This game wouldn't have been played if it wasn't for Mark Williams, our super manager, who prior to kick-off was out on the pitch putting sand over the surface water to get the game on, with Sporting Bengal's groundsman nowhere to be seen. Anyway, on to the action in the capital. With the game on the way, it was really one-way traffic throughout the 90 minutes, with the Stags controlling possession and having many chances at goal, but would it pay off? Inside only just the first few minutes of the game, a poor touch from the Sporting Bengal defender left 𝗕𝗨𝗧𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥 screaming on the floor. The referee, surrounded by both sets of players, and then gave him a few moments to gather his thoughts together. But the referee only produced a yellow card for the Sporting Bengal defender. And if later on in the game, we would have thought that he would have been sent his marching orders. The first opportunity in the game for the Stags gave Harvey Brown a rare opportunity to score. His header was just over. With Sporting Bengal under major pressure, they just had to clear their lines throughout most of the 90 minutes. Balls launched forward, with the Stags piling on the pressure going forward as well. Unfortunately, a rare controversial decision from the officials led 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗦 puzzled with how the ball's out there. Our young star boy, and don't forget one of our own, 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗦, have been causing teams all around the Essex Senior League lots of problems in our last 2 games. His shot here was brilliantly saved by the Sporting Bengal keeper, who had 2 brilliant games in the times that we've played them this season. His following up efforts from a pass from 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗦 was also pushed wide by the keeper. The opener for the Stags finally came when 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗦 was able to lay off 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗏, who produced the finish under the goalkeeper to give us the lead.
Where's he going? Victor! Where are you going?
The Stags weren't done just there though. In an effort a few minutes later from 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗏 was just over the bar.
Oh my!
This was a rare off day so far for 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗏, although he hadn't scored as of yet and he skewed his effort just there. Stags are high-flying, as we know, and a high-flying effort from 𝗕𝗓𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 was just over.
Oh, unlucky!
Moments of madness came just as we approached the break, with Sporting Bengal obtaining their first chance of the half. The Stags were caught out of the back, with Liam Foster making a dangerous challenge, penalty to Bengal. The spot kick was then followed up, and Christian North was sent the wrong way, with the scores levelled at the break. On to the second half now, and it was a quick response from the Stags, with 𝗕𝗓𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 starting a move, which ended up with him getting the ball into the back of the net. Again, 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥 llinking up to provide 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗔𝗟𝗦 with a goal to put us ahead. And I must say, I think I'm quite right in the background of saying this. We are too good at the moment. The Stags were starting to put something together now, and with the ball over from Ollie Fernandez towards Callum Woods, eventually found 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, who tried to put it on target. A nasty piece in the game came next when 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗏 was wiped out on the counter-attack by the same man that was booked inside the first half for Sporting Bengal. Although it was a blatant decision to send the man off for a second bookable offence, the referee gave himself about 2 minutes to then make the decision before eventually speaking to the Sporting Bengal players, who then persuaded him to go over to his lino, who then eventually told him to give the red card. I mean, I think everybody would want to know what this conversation was about, as the referee goes over, he was clearly asking the lino, I'm guessing, what they were having for dinner that night, because it's the most blatant decision of all time. And then, after a few moments of thinking, the referee eventually went to his back pocket and made the right decision by sending off the Sporting Bengal defender. It's been a brilliant day so far for 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗏, with 2 assists from the striker starting over the informed 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗏, and he was finally able to obtain his next goal since that goal against Woodford Town. He slotted the ball into the bottom corner as he does in fashion, and dedicates the goal to his mother and daughter. So good that we're going to give Tony another look at that. The final opportunity of the game landed to Sporting Bengal, with a rare opportunity from a corner cleared by the Stags in fine fashion. That was it then, in full time at Mile End, with the Stags claiming all 3 points with a sweet, sweet 3-1 victory in the capital. Full time then in the capital, and the Stags remain unbeaten now in 12 games, with only 1 draw picked up in those 12, with 11 wins. Forget all the stuff about We Are the Woods. Come on, you Rovers. We are the team you want to watch this season. Well, Mark, we're leaving London and going back to Essex with a very sweet victory. We're back in action with a 3-1 victory over 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗏𝗧. Just describe today's entertaining action in the capital.
Well, listen, I didn't think the game was going to be on. Did a pitch inspection this morning, and the referee wasn't too sure on video evidence. When we got here, there was quite a lot of the pitch that was clearly unplayable. So it was either get the shovel in the sand and do it yourself, or not play the game. So at least we did that and managed to get the game on. It was tough. The goalmouths weren't too bad. The wings down the middle were very, very heavy, and it doesn't really suit our style of play. Obviously, we like to keep the ball. We like to play out from the back. It's quite difficult to do that. First 15 minutes, we took time to find our footing. Kept going long, kept giving it away. Obviously, you've got to trust the pitch. You can't just play for the sake of it. And I just felt as the game went on, we started to play the better football. The goal came. Tony started up front today. Did very, very well. Moved it up, laid it inside the camp. Slight deflection, but I think when we drew 3-3 at home, the goalkeeper was outstanding. He wasn't out today. He brought us some lovely saves. Should have probably gone 2 up. It's a great bit of football cut inside the demi. I just blocked it unknowingly. Listen, it is what it is. And then really, if you're only 1 up, you always leave yourself open. They did play through it at the back to start with, but obviously realised our wingers were getting behind, so I went to a 4-3-3. The front 3 then found a bit of space. Was coming off our back 4. We were a little bit too deep, and they nicked themselves a penalty. Where it was a silly bit of defending, really, very naive, silly push. And at 1 or 1/2, half-time, really, we gave them a lifeline. But I just felt second half, if we carried on the football, being a bit quicker, a bit more competitive, we've got to win second and third balls on the pitch like this. It doesn't always fall to you, you've got to get in front, you've got to go to the ball, you've got to anticipate. And as the half wore on, I just felt we got in behind them, we're getting more on it. Tony was doing really well. I think we struggled to get behind them a bit, and then we got the breakthrough. Nice goal, 2-1, and I just felt then it was just about us managing the game and then getting the third slice of the game. But listen, I mean, the sending off probably changed it. The guy got the second yellow card, I mean, he ran us up the whole game, really got an early yellow. I mean, there's 4 or 5 occasions he could have got another yellow, but listen, get sent off. But that did change it, we got the third, and like I say, on a very difficult pitch, it was a very good swim.
I think it was really a team effort today. Obviously, Tony Martin starting the game over 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥 and getting a goal and 2 assists. But just also, obviously, not being action since that victory over Ilford really would tell our season by this game, in my opinion. I thought going into the game, it could go either way, with obviously Sporting Bengal not being in the finest of forms. But we really did show what we are really made of this season.
Do you know what? They belie their position in the league, Sporting Bengal. They're one of the better footballing teams in the league. The front three are superb. Great movement, good in the play, but that break was a very worrying thing for me. Like, not, you can train. I can't see the point of playing friendlies. It doesn't teach you anything. It could pick up injuries. We know how we play. I think if you play friendlies, you're right to give minutes, but you're looking at playing practice, changing the way you play. But obviously, you've got to change the way you play on a pitch like this. So yeah, very important for us, A, to get this game on, which was very touch and go. Secondly, as you said, not playing for the Ilford game, we could have been a bit rusty, but I thought we
Final things then, trip to Holbridge on Tuesday, another tough game. How do you see that? They've just beat Woodford, so it's going to be an interesting clash on the edge of Essex.
Listen, since Mark Liam have come in from Tilbury, no disrespect to the guys at Brooks, they did a good job, but since Mark and Liam come in, they obviously know a lot of players. This is what it's like at this level, you know the players. We've got a lot of boys who's played Tilbury, they've got some very, very good players. We went and watched them the other day, not so much as Spartans. It was good to go and watch against 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥, but they've got a lot going for them. They're very strong at the back, good on set pieces. Again, it's going to be a different pitch depending on the weather. It's going to be a very, very tough game.
Well, Mark, we'll see you Tuesday and we wish you all the best.
Cheers, boys.